Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid, the Madrid derby, 2-1 win for Real Madrid, which makes them perfect this season, 9 out of 9 in all competitions. But we have to start talking about this whole, for me, it's a crazy situation surrounding Vinicius. Pre-game, we've heard him. We heard fans outside again. It sounded like reportedly it was a few hundred. They certainly made a big racket. Atletico Madrid fans, singing that Vinicius is a monkey. This story comes from this ridiculous thing that after he scores a goal, he does a little dance. Which, by the way, he hasn't scored as many goals before. But as far as I can tell, he's been doing this little dance for a while after the goal.
And a lot of players dance after they score a goal.
Yeah, it's pretty customary, right? The knock is that the dance is a provocation to the opposition.
That's right.
We had the head of the Spanish Agents Association come out and say that it was a provocation. On television.
Calling him a monkey. Like saying it's a monkey dance,
Saying it was a monkey, which, he kind of walked those back, but I think the damage was done. People are going to say, but we do this because to wind him up. We do this because he provokes us. I don't think I'm being Captain Obvious here. Like, if you're wound up by him, if you want to insult him, there are some things which are acceptable to say. Other things are not acceptable to say because they are hurtful, not just to Vinicius, but to everybody of color, and indeed people not of color as well, who might experience it differently.
Yeah, completely. It was... Now you expect something to happen in the sense that Atletico have to be tough. If we really want to get rid of this sickness, this is the word that Carlo Ancelotti used in his post-match press conference on ESPN, his post-match interview on ESPN.
With Sid
Lowe. Then you have to do something. I've seen video pre-match outside of the one that the Metropolitano, where you could see people. They had even a doll, like a black doll. They're saying that was Vinicius. So you can easily know who those people are. So now you need to act.
Now, inside the stadium, there was something else going on. Obviously, Vinicius, not popular with the home fans. Also because this whole thing had been built up leading into the game, the showboating and whatnot. But then, minute 82, this is just after he does a rainbow flick, the little Neymar flick where the ball goes over his head. Or rather, he attempts it against Axel Witsel. The ball gets cut out. And those of us in the stadium, or those who were in the stadium, heard this. I am kind of unsure of what I'm hearing, but I've had people assure me that the chant is mono, which means monkey, monkey. Others, including people who were there, like our colleagues Sid Lowe and Alex Kirkland, they heard them sing tonto, tonto, which means stupid, stupid. Obviously, these two things are not the same thing. And I think what's critical here is that we ascertain to, as best we can, what was actually said. Now, the Spanish League has observers there. There's observers from the police. There's going to be video evidence. Clearly, if there was a portion of that crowd that was calling him a monkey inside the stadium, then that has to be dealt with. And there, of course, there's different ways they can deal with it, and we can debate that. But we felt, Jules, that we had to include it because there are a bunch of people who would have heard this and they would have said, well, wait a minute, why are they not even talking about this? And the answer is there is some dispute about what we're actually hearing. So the question now is, what is appropriate punishment? What appropriate actions can we expect from Atletico Madrid, first and foremost, because they can act now. They know it happened.
Yeah.
They saw the videos of their supporters outside the ground.
Yeah.
Now
and there was less, you're right, for those chants that we heard within the ground, if there's 1,000 singing it, I don't think you can find those thousands and ban them all. However, outside, that video we saw with the doll, the black doll that was clearly Vinicius, the guy holding it, I think
it shouldn't be difficult to identify that
exactly.
guy. Now,
and then it's behind closed doors. I'm sorry. The next home game is, we looked, I can't remember.
Girona, I think.
Yeah, Girona on October the 8th. Close the stadium. They play behind closed doors. The whole, not just one stand. The whole stadium is closed. I know you're penalizing some fans who didn't do anything, who are not racist, who didn't sing it. But I think this is where you have to make a statement. And La Liga and Javier Tebas, Atletico Madrid, the Spanish FA, Rubiales, whoever you want, this is their moment to act now. Because if you let that go, and this is again towards Vinicius, it would be a random players. It would be the same. But now we're talking about the biggest, one of the the two biggest games in Spanish football, and one of the best players in the world right now, one of the highest profile players in the world in Vinicius. This is where they have to act. Anything less, and this will be a failure.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.